Granby Conservation Commission meeting of 14th of August 2018. We do have a quorum tonight, so we should be able to act on appropriate items. Who has signed up for building permit stuff? Would you come up, please? In the order that you're listed.
You go first. Who you sign first? So you get to go first.
Oh, I'm not speaking or anything, just here on my
Not a building permit?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That was what
Yeah, we're doing building permits first, folks.
Maybe I should get some up and running.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the first,
Ed, sorry, I'm looking for the second person.
yes, everybody signed up? Yeah, Jill, sign yourself up if you would.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we were using the other one. We
I
don't-
can do either.
Yeah, well, whichever. If that's faster, just whatever's quick.
The only thing about the problem is sometimes it just stops.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's right, we did have that problem, didn't we?
All right, what's the building permit for?
Okay, first one, 164 Bachelor Street. Edward, how do you pronounce your last name, Ed? Gavel, Ed Gavel. And Ed's building a 20 by 26 shed on blocks, so no excavated foundation, just on CMU blocks. And Amanda, if you'd be kind enough to call up 164 Bachelor when your machine boots up, that'd be great.
Has he done anything else? Has he been to any other departments or anything?
Ed, do you have your checkoff sheet for all the departments?
He said the building inspector said that.
Oh, here it is, here. Yeah, here it is, right here. Yeah, no, that's the one.
The one with the blue dot.
Okay, that's near North and Bachelor? Okay, that, yeah. There used to be I think a chicken coop out back there. Your neighbor. Anderson used to have a chicken coop
Way
there.
in the back, yeah.
Yeah, that was about 25 years ago.
Still there, actually.
Okay. That's high and dry. Ed, if you'd be kind enough to go to the screen and point out where your shed's gonna go?
So, this is Bachelor Street, this is
Yeah.
the driveway, I'm planning on sitting right here.
Okay, okay. And you have a tree line,
Yeah.
behind the house? All right, okay,
And though we're gonna have to cut down one tree.
okay. And where's your septic system?
Well, tank is somewhere right here, and the deep box is right here, so between the shed and the deep box, I'm planning on leaving about a good 10 feet.
Well, make sure you don't put the building over the leach field.
No,
That's
that's,
it.
Litchfield actually is on.
Is it?
exception,
Okay,
it's fine.
okay, all right. So it's high and dry out there. Okay. What do you guys think?
It looks like it's mowed in between, right? Unless there's any little stream that runs there.
No, there's no.
Actually, I can look at the,
Put on the hydraulic connections.
I get the-
That's not even a hydraulic connection.
I get the national inventory here for what it's worth. This has to boot up. Okay, yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, he's-
And it's
he-
trimmed
He's
right
okay,
here.
yeah, he's okay on this one too. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so, I move we approve this as requested. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, I should write that up, Linda. Mandy, you can help with it.
We don't have to look at floodplain, right?
No, because they're not,
That would show up on one of them. Just quickly check. Just- It's gonna be put, okay.
I don't believe that is in flood, but you could do the overlay.
Flood zone.
Well, that's what we're looking at,
Kind of
yeah. But with your blocks, you're gonna, between the blocks and the bottom of the building, is gonna be an airspace there, right? Yeah, so the waters could go under there anyway. Yeah, so that wouldn't be a problem. Okay, you're all set, Ed. Very good. Good luck. That's a good point, though. We should be checking that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because
Yeah,
of
oh,
Bachelor
yeah.
Street and all that stuff.
Okay,
Okay.
who's next on the hit parade here?
Brian Gilmore.
I'm not here for building.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
Yep, sorry.
No, that's fine. So Mark, not sure the last name? So,
Yeah, Mark,
okay.
come on up. Mark called me last week. He lives on Forge Pond.
Oh,
This is the RDA. Usually you would handle it by sign.
oh, yeah, for like the building permits and then everything. Oh, I did, just on those, we'll get to,
And then I took some photos. I know you've been to the property, but just so everyone else can see.
So you have,
Okay.
so he has to submit that to the state. Have you submitted that to the state yet?
So this is my first step.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just
Oh, all right,
coming in.
okay.
Yeah, Mark lives on Forge Pond. He's
Yes.
a house right next to the dam.
Yeah,
And he wants to fix his blocks.
yes.
And these are two.
That's your work description?
This one I'm not going.
Is this 23
Yeah,
Chicopee
yeah,
Street?
Okay,
23 school.
School Street, that's.
Yeah.
okay,
yeah.
So I don't know what pertained to me as far
Yeah,
as stuff, so-
can you hang out for a while? Yeah, why don't you hang out for a while, and it takes care of some of these other things, Mark.
Tried to get as much as I could.
Yeah, no, that's good, I'm
All
glad
right.
you did that.
Here's your,
Okay, you just
All right.
hang loose and
All
we
right.
can, here's your paper clip there.
No, I know it does.
Okay, who's next?
The one that brings the dam.
yes.
Up next is, Edward something? Caesar? Okay, I don't wanna mispronounce anyone's last names.
Hi, Ed, how are you? Good.
I'm trying to build a 30 by 12 shed with
Okay.
a 6-foot overhang, but it is cement floor we are trying for.
Okay.
So how big is it again?
30 by 12,
30?
And the address is, again?
320 Chicopee Street.
320 Chicopee Street?
Yep.
So we got that back.
Oh, that's your lot. Oh, Alan Coteau's built your house. Oh, okay, that's Alan's house. Those are all high and dry, from what I recall.
Is this one of the new buildings, a
Well,
new
no,
house?
No, that's
We've been there 20.
existing. Alan, that was the old Cape Pine development from 20-some-odd years ago.
No.
Just stop working.
All right, I can do it on this. I can use this.
I have it up, it's just as soon as I try and do anything, it stops.
School. Oops.
It's thinking.
No, it's there. Oh,
It was.
it's, it's not, this computer sometimes, so.
Okay, which home is yours there?
We're in the middle of single-star range, so. This is Chicopee Street
Yeah,
right here,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what we have, we'll be in room 2 right here.
Okay, right there, okay, right here, guys.
It's up on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it,
See, you
okay,
got it, all right.
okay. And your rendering is just about the same as this one, so
So,
that's fine.
But we don't know, is it squishy in your backyard?
What we have is, I got some pictures of my Phil 4000, but if you go off back of my deck, it goes down, goes back up onto the hill,
Mm-hmm,
and it goes into the woods. But
Mhm.
down to the right because I was described to me about 110, 115 feet we measured from where the shed's going.
Yeah.
It's an aquifer,
Okay.
and that does accumulate water.
Mhm.
That is down the hill from the shed. We're
Okay.
building up pretty flat.
Now, is that a little square shed there existing already, that thing?
Yes, and I actually have a fort I built for the kids, which are both coming down right there, and that's where the shed is gonna go.
Okay, so this is your house here,
Correct.
all right. Are you taking trees down?
No trees are taken down, just trimming a couple.
Okay, so where's this building gonna go?
It's straight right back here in the tree line.
Okay,
That
Oh,
big
now
hemlock.
that
Is it back near the little shed?
okay.
That little shed right here, Bill?
This thing here possibly.
Yeah. Okay, well, how many feet to the wetland from there? Is it less than 50 feet?
If you,
I wouldn't guess 50. The shed? 160? No, just kidding, 100
Oh, it's 100 feet,
from me, assumed.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that existing lawn there?
yes,
Yeah, I think,
it's right near the lawn.
I don't think that's a problem. My opinion is, I don't think it's a problem. What have you guys, unless you guys wanna do a site visit, it's up to
We
you.
have it marked off already and everything. Where
I'm
it's
gonna
going.
try to do a site
I think
visit.
we should.
Yeah.
All right, okay, they'll do a site visit.
I have it, where it's going, the posts are there with the caution tape going exactly
Okay.
where we wanna put it.
All right, okay.
And there's a 65.
Is there anybody,
Yes, yes.
And,
You wanna do a Saturday morning type thing? You're
we're
gonna
gonna be in
be around?
Vermont.
Saturday, I'm gonna be in Ireland, but I could do Sunday.
Are you Friday off anymore or
I
no?
am, but this week my family has a cottage in Rhode Island,
Oh.
so I actually drove to work in Rhode Island this morning. And then I
Oh, wow, wow.
So I can
always
What's
try
your schedule this week?
I'm busy all week, but I can make it at some point. If you just call me, I can probably be there.
Okay, all right. Do you have a phone number?
Sure, my cell phone is 413-537-5693.
Okay. Is anybody home during the day there?
Yeah, pretty much all the time around.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. And your first name again? Edward, okay.
Make it out to the Conservation Commission, Granby?
Just town of Granby. Yeah,
65.
And then underneath you put, conservation in the memo area.
Gotcha.
And how do you spell your name again, please?
S is in Sam.
Yep.
Z.
Yep.
C.
Yep.
Z.
Yep.
U R.
You are,
Good
okay.
bullet boy.
Okay, and your first name?
Edward.
Ed, okay, very good, Ed. And that's 320 Chicopee Street, and that's 18 by 30. Building. Do you have to go to the ZBA, Zoning Board of Appeals?
No, I'm just gonna go to, I want to get you done, it should be just the.
Oh, okay, you're all good. Good, okay. Okay. Put that in the Kathy folder.
All right.
That's good, Ed, very good. Okay, I'm just gonna put down site visit required.
All right. Do you want a little one?
About so.
Do you want a little sticky note? We have little ones.
Because I could just put a list of all the things.
Oh, all right.
We were getting low last time. Oh. Give us some?
Okay,
So if, let's see,
so
so,
you've got his phone number,
yep,
so tentatively, what do you wanna set it up for?
yeah, what's your schedule? Let's see, Thursday. I'm gonna be around tomorrow all day. I don't know what your schedule is tomorrow.
Oh, during the day?
Yeah.
I can probably do that. You wanna try, like 1 o'clock or so?
Sure.
Are you around at 1? Okay, let's do it tomorrow at 1. Call me, Wenda, call me at
Okay.
12 to remind me.
All right.
Okay,
And
we'll
then-
see you then.
So we'll
Ed.
have to wait till next meeting to
Yes,
sign off.
to act on this, correct.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you, we'll see you tomorrow, thank you.
It's Wednesday.
Jill Johnson? Johnson? Were you building permit also?
Pardon?
Are you here for a building permit?
Yes, I need to get this signed off, so I.
Okay, yeah.
I got with my architect, Chuck Bowling.
Oh, good,
and
good.
he designs,
Good,
detailed designs, and, he's got the plans that come up.
good, yeah, have a seat, folks. Grab a chair there,
Roll a
Jill.
chair up.
Have a seat right there.
Oh, if you buy this. It was 60 West State Street, is that correct?
60 West State, yes.
Jill, I got your electronic, I looked at it briefly, it's beautiful, it's gonna be a fabulous project. Yeah, it's gonna be really nice. So why don't you go ahead and give us the
All right,
5-minute,
Just tell you what we're doing here. Basically, what we're doing, there's an existing foundation that's in excess of 20 years old. We've actually had that structurally tested for the integrity and the ability to build on. And I came back favorable on that part of it. So we will not have any excavation involved with the site, with the exception of interior column footings. And that'll be all within.
So the existing structure's been taken down?
No, the existing structure is there. The building, which is operating now as a liquor store.
Oh,
The
that one.
backside is a foundation that does
Okay.
exist.
Well, all right, so I was on the commission in the past where you expanded the parking lot, and as I remember, part of the wetlands went into the physical foundation in the past.
Part of the wetlands, right?
Part of the wetland
Wetland.
actually went into the foundation there. So, I know you're gonna have to,
actually, the mapping shows, what's your mapping show, Amanda?
Because it's not really good.
yeah. I
What was
can't remember
submitted at
who
that
was,
time, it was the buffer
Yeah.
on the drawing, and this is a copy of the drawing that was submitted for that parking.
it was,
And the buffer actually went into the footing.
okay.
Yeah, actually, this,
Did we
again,
lock in?
again, we know, the maps aren't terribly
Right,
accurate,
yeah.
that's the first thing. This does show it impinging on the corner of the building.
Did we lock it in? Do you know if
well,
you
no.
filed RDA back then? or
I don't think it had an ANRAD, so it wasn't, I don't believe it was a locked-in delineation. However, here's just my comments, my personal comments. I looked at the roof, your roof layout. You've got a 7-inch gutter on either side of the building, the east and the west side of the building. I got a problem with a downspout going in the wetland. But, however, there's an easy way out of it, and I'm sure you know it. You're gonna take a pipe, you're gonna run it across the building into the driveway, it's gonna go into the catch basin.
Your comment was
Yeah.
received.
Good,
and
very
I
good,
modified
very,
it.
very
So
good,
you
very
know,
good.
with the Nifty's permit,
Yeah.
that's illegal. That's all illicit discharge. You're not actually allowed to do that. You're supposed to direct it away from, because otherwise it's just going directly into the river. It'll end up in Bachelor Brook.
Well, that was the whole point of them putting that drain in 3 years ago. How many years did you put that, 5 or 6 years ago? Again, that's up for
And has
discussion.
that changed?
That's the stuff I've been working on.
Yeah, Amanda's the Nepotes expert, so you're saying then they cannot
You just
drain?
wanna put it into like a rain garden or something where it'll settle out before it goes.
Yeah, the problem is, the wetland is right at the base of the foundation.
I know, I see that.
See,
Yeah, it's,
It's a tricky spot.
it's a
And the line
challenge.
really
do you remember who
pretty
you
much-
had flag it before?
I couldn't even tell you,
Okay.
you know, it's been like 6 years and that, went to almost.
Here's what I would recommend, not to get into too many details at this point. I would strongly recommend you get a wetlands consultant to help you with the permit, because at the very least, you're likely gonna have to file an RDA, at the very least, okay?
Even though we're bringing, right now, currently, the entire building is running off, and you might say the existing foundation is really what's considered the
That's,
detention.
right, that's exactly what it is, it's exactly what it is.
Any
What
redevelopment.
we are doing
Yeah.
is grabbing all of the existing load plus the new load, okay, and piping it into the system that currently is in place
With the filters and everything.
with the filters, your oil.
Yeah, there's actually an oil-water separator there, so there is some
So
sequestering.
all of that gets, so there'll be there's not an ounce of non-pervious increase.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, and the building itself within the existing footing foundation, and all of the water which currently runs directly off and into the back and migrates out through, because there's openings in the back of the foundation.
Mhm.
Okay, all of that's being captivated, brought into the pipe, so that we have everything going into the catch basin and through the system.
Yeah, I'm gonna
So
defer to
nothing
Amanda.
leaks back.
Amanda
Yeah.
works in Lincoln, Mass, and she's the expert on this, so I'm gonna defer to her on the
Well,
permit.
I'd have to double check, because if it's already set up to go into the system, that makes it fuzzy for me. I just know that it is expected that you do an improvement, but if it is already going through all the different treatment things, it might already be,
Did Mike,
meet the
did Mike
required
Petrus
standards.
design the pipe large enough to take the additional flow? That's the question we have. I hope he did.
well,
I
it's,
didn't use my pictures.
No, on the original design, the pipe that goes from your oil water separator out to the town system.
I don't think I used him for that. I used a different engineer out of East Long Meadow, and I forget the
Oh, you
name.
used Gary Weiner.
That's right.
Well, you used
yeah.
Gary, okay, because I know Mike and Gary worked together on all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, anyway,
what year was that put in, just because I'm curious.
it's probably 5 or 6
We
years
should
ago.
look at our old flags.
5 or 6 years ago.
I would say the improvement that is required for this is that we're now taking all of the storm water off the roof and directing it in
Yeah.
to the system.
That's the,
to
that's the
plant
common sense
Mm-hmm.
solution.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, some of the regulations in the Commonwealth are not common sense.
It's the national, actually. It's,
Yeah, I know,
it's,
I know.
there's a focus towards getting more infiltration and keeping water where it is, not getting it away. Because oftentimes it overloads the systems, and then there's a lot more maintenance, and it might not get treated before it reaches the water.
Funny thing about it is when we did the parking lot,
Yeah.
nobody in town knew where anything went.
Yeah.
And it turns out I'm cleaning up all this water and it's going out to the street, so it mixes in with all the traffic water from
Yep.
the stopped cars.
I
And
know.
it goes right down the other side of my building and right
That's,
into the
that's the
wetlands.
whole reason for the NIPD's permit stuff now. It's actually been in place for 20 years, I think, and no one has really done anything with it.
Yeah.
So it's just starting to be enforced, and towns are
Yeah.
starting to take it seriously. But even out in your Boston area, they don't have their stuff mapped, they don't know where things are, and they have to figure that out.
Yeah. And we didn't find out where it went until they clogged up the
Yeah.
corner, so.
But you already have some treatment stuff going on, so that may end up working out.
So the question for the commission is, are we gonna require an RDA, an NOI, or neither? So we can either sign the permit, we can require an RDA or an NOI. It's clearly in the buffer zone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or the edge of the foundations in the wetland.
Right.
So,
You know, certainly if they had the pipe going down even into a level spreader, which was like a D-box with some perforated pipe to spread out the water in a uniform fashion, that's a good management practice.
Yeah.
That would clearly require an NOI, in my opinion. So you certainly want to avoid that. That's a lot of time and money. RDA is a very simple permit, and I think it would hash out some of these items that we're
Yeah.
discussing right now.
I think that-
I think that would be strongly recommended, Jill, that you go for the RDA.
And what is an RDA and where do I get one?
You'll have to retain a wetlands consultant. Do you do wetlands as well, or do you have a person that does it? There's local people that do that sort of thing.
Even though everything is existing, we're improving.
yes, because if I drove by the foundation, the wetland veg in there has increased multiple times since that 5 years ago. So, please don't mow anything back there
The
until
question
your
is-
wetland scientist goes back there.
Are
and
any workers, is there any need for them to go on the outside of the foundation wall?
There is not.
Good, good.
The only thing that we had, there is an opening back here now, we're
Yeah.
applying a door to it,
Okay,
have that for egress out of the
Okay.
basement space.
good,
And even with that, we did not put any sort of a sidewalk, we had a gravel.
good.
Are you gonna try to put a slab down?
No, that's what I'm saying, we did not do that, just have a gravel stoop, if you might,
Yeah.
coming out, which is pretty much there.
But on the interior of the building, obviously, you're gonna pour
We're gonna
slab,
have to
and
have
you're
some
gonna put some,
process under the
you're gonna put
floor,
some isolated footings in there
and
too.
we will have footings in
Yeah,
there.
okay, very
But
good.
that's all within the
All right.
existing foundation.
But that's my opinion, how to permit this as expeditiously as possible, Jill, okay? But otherwise, it looks like a terrific project.
Actually, on the buffer where my footings would go, I'm outside of that buffer with the footings. within the foundation where that buffer.
Well,
is
that's the
shown.
question.
I'm outside
Is,
of
has the
that.
wetland encroached more into side that footing? Because it was just inside that doorway in the,
Well,
as a
again,
pass.
the RDA process will take care of the site visit and that sort of thing. We can iron that out at the appropriate time.
I would suggest somebody who's better, good with soils too.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you for taking time to come in tonight to chat with us. But again, my gut feeling is taking that water, bringing it around the building, if indeed it's permissible to bring it into that existing catch basin, oil water separator. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, okay.
How many square feet is that gable roof?
The new.
Yeah,
it's,
roughly.
About 2,300.
2,300 square feet, okay. All right, so you got half going one way, half going the other, so it's around 1,150 going in one direction. Not a whole lot of flow,
Yes. No.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Depending on the
Yeah, of
storms
course,
we're getting
right,
lately.
yeah, the storm we had about 2 hours ago, there's quite a bit of flow.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll have to find that old one. It's confused. Are there any more building permits?
Yeah, any more building permits?
RDA.
Okay, let me just catch up with the minutes here. That's 60 West State? Okay.
Because it's gravel in there? I looked in there today, there's even cattails growing in the
Probably right.
foundation.
Okay, so it, actually, we have an RDA at 7:15, so we can go to our other appointments. RDA number 1 here is filed by Jody Powers, Coakley Corp., to see whether the work depicted on the plan referenced is subject to the Wetlands Protection Act with respect to a property at 131 Burnett Road, map 2, block B, in town of Granby. I think that's Bob Stover's project. Bob, come on up. Good to see you, Robert.
Good to see you, Bill.
Yeah, bring a chair up so you don't have to stand.
Some more copies.
Okay. Did you bring this to the Board of Health yet, Bob?
I have.
Okay. Why don't we just take a minute to review it? So 131, let's take a look at 131.
Yeah, she has it up.
Oh, you do? Okay. That's the house right there. Okay, that's it.
Right, does that look right to you? Okay.
Okay, so the system's gonna go to the northwest, it looks like, of the house. Well, right about, yeah, point it up. When the,
Yes.
okay, that's good. That's as far as away as you can get from the
Where's the
wetland.
existing one?
The existing one is in the opposite corner, right in here. It's obviously failed, and the wetland comes along here. It veers up this way,
Okay.
and so the leach field is right at the edge of the wetland.
Okay, Bob, what are you proposing for an erosion control barrier? Straw?
Usually I think of silk fences, but I see
All
more
right.
wattles around.
Okay, yeah, the wattles are pretty popular. What do
It
you
looks flat.
folks want?
Let's see, what do we have?
What do you guys want? Wattles or silt fence or straw?
94. So how far are we from the wetland?
I think it's 52 feet.
Yeah. the nearest-
Closest.
Well, that's from the perk test.
Well,
So
when I
from-
looked at
yeah, from-
52 feet, I intended that to be the nearest corner of the leach field.
Okay, but the fill, you've got fill coming back to grade. The fill is probably 25 or 30 feet away. So clearly, you're gonna
Let's
want
see,
that.
or is this the The fill here,
Yeah, well, the fill, the new grades are 98, 96, so this is new fill.
okay.
So there's gonna be unprotected soil here, so clearly you don't want that to go beyond the barrier.
And by the way, Greg Emerson will be doing the work, so.
Okay, Greg's capable. Using a membrane to reduce your setback, so it's a pretty tight fit
The
then.
breakout distance is
Yeah,
5 feet from the edge
yeah.
of the leach field.
Oh, one bedroom? They let you do a one-bedroom design?
Well, that's what it is.
Oh.
I've actually designed this for 4 bedrooms.
Okay, okay.
And, I did the math on
Yeah,
each
yeah.
variation of bedrooms.
Granby likes 4
Doesn't solve the
bedrooms.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Granby has that extra 110 they
Right.
slip in there.
So this would be a design for a 3-bedroom house with the additional 110 gallons
Mhm.
that the Granby Board of Health likes to accommodate the kitchen and
Mhm.
the bathrooms.
So you guys good with it? I think pending, we have to do a site visit when the silt fence or the
Yes.
erosion control's installed. Is that okay, Bob?
Sure.
What would you prefer?
Possible, I would accompany you.
Okay, why don't you get Bob's
One thing I
phone
can
number?
explain about my flags is that there are some flags behind them, 20 feet or so, and I don't know who put them up, but they were done at the time of the perk test, and I just think they're in the wetland.
Hmm.
I mean, it's a tough situation because you got a water table there at 26 inches where the leach field's going, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of groundwater
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
and acres of swamp.
Now, there's no
behind.
stream there, Bob, is there? Is there a stream behind there?
Not that I've seen on the USGS.
Amanda, could you unzoom there a little bit? No, I guess not.
I have the hydraulic connections and everything on, so
Okay.
it would show up.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, I recommend, this is a buffer zone, so this would be a -3,
Mm-hmm.
with the caveat that the commission does an inspection of the erosion control 48 or 72 hours prior to construction. Okay?
Okay. Greg's used to that?
Okay, I think we
Okay.
can.
And you
go from
probably
there.
still have a few more hoops to jump through, right?
Yes, the Board of Health is figuring out when they can meet next.
Okay.
But this is a very complete plan at this point,
Okay.
depending upon what they say.
Okay.
All right, so I move, we issue a -3 with the inspection criterion.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good.
All right, so
Excellent, Bob.
do you have a card so we can contact you?
Sure.
But we have to actually fill it out now.
Yeah, that'll be afterwards.
We'll do it later.
Yeah.
Bob, can we defer on filling out the form at this instant?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. Okay,
and
that's
of
good.
course the RDA has
That's good.
some of my information.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's good, very
All right,
good, thank you.
All right.
All right. So let me just type this in here. All right, Bob Stover.
So that is
Issue
131.
-3 with silt fence.
Can I see that card from there?
Mhm.
Inspection 48 hours before construction. Very good.
Well, thanks so much.
Okay, sir, thank you, good to see you again. Okay, all the best, Bob.
So we'll see if we can somehow pound out that, and we'll mail it to you. Or if we get it done, we can always bring it to the site visit when we figure that out.
Sounds good to me.
All right, thank you.
Okay, continuation RDA by DCR, Mass DCR for Green Meadow Lane. Anyone here for that project? Okay, I move we continue that. Okay, so continued. To next meeting. Okay, another RDA filed by Linda Labby to see whether work depicted on the plan referenced is subject to the Wetlands Protection Act or any municipal bylaw with respect to a property at 396 Bachelor, map 14D, block 2C, town of Granby. Mr. Weiss, good to see you, sir. How are you?
A little soggy.
Yes, oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty straightforward. Those of you who've been here a while may remember I did the house on the other side of this wetland a few years back. Do we know where we are here? Bachelor comes in right here, and the school's here.
Okay.
It's the corner with Bachelor and school.
Wh-
I know you're looking that way, and I'm pointing here. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, where is it? Up there,
All
Al?
right, so.
This is the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's it, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay, I know where it,
Welcome to the,
yeah, I know where it is, yes.
Yeah, pretty well defined. It's really not a.
So it doesn't come actually on their
It's
property?
over, it's in the buffer.
Okay.
No, it actually doesn't, you're right. I can't get any better offset, frankly, because of the well location of the property.
Okay,
Down here would be a ton of fill, no sense going down into that trough. I don't even
Okay.
think I get a perk down there.
okay.
So, this was the logical place, keeps it up on the terrace, siltation control is showed. And, we're out of the 50-foot, so Board of Health has already reviewed and approved. That's pretty much it, should be a short duration project and done. With the usual stipulations, mulching, seeding.
Okay, it's the home, second one from the corner, so, right here, Al. Is that it?
Move your finger, thank you. Okay, yeah, we did this one
Yeah.
about 8, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And now we're doing this one, originally they were in
Okay.
the same family.
So
Cook, I think, was
So
the
it's
name.
gonna be out in the
Yeah.
lawn area?
No, it's to the
It
side
is
of
in
it,
long, it is long.
just the
right here.
side
It's
of
where
it.
the current, there's currently a leach tank, I think, here.
Okay.
Same location.
Oh, I see, so you're west of the house then?
Right.
I'm just trying to get my,
Oh, is that oriented the other way?
yeah, southwest, okay, so it's,
Right, this is towards Belcher
all
County.
right, yeah, so it's right, oh, so you're taking some trees down?
No, no trees.
No trees?
No trees, it's grass. Those
That's a shadow line.
That's a shadow, that's a shadow.
extend a lot farther than they should.
Yeah.
No trees at all,
Yeah, let me
it's just grass.
take a look here.
And it's right here, right?
Yeah.
Right here, Al.
Yeah,
Right here.
right here, yeah, there's just, there,
Oh, I see, so you're gonna go between the driveway
and the trees.
and the tree line?
Yeah, we're not
and-
touching the
And they
trees.
look like pines anyway,
It's all grass and it's
Yeah,
not with
okay.
terrace.
I got you.
Yeah, and I can get a better look, right along the driveway there. So if I looked over here, it's coming right here,
Yeah,
it's all grass.
it's like really close to the road.
Is that street view? Do you have street view?
No, this is
Streets
not
here.
solid.
Yeah. Actually, let me go with Google Street View. Might be a lot easier.
It's amazing, this world.
Yeah. Okay, this is the house. Al, is that it? Oh, you're going right there, okay, all right.
Right side of the, yep, and then down in here is where it's at.
Okay.
No trees.
All right, so let's see what you're putting in. So it's a 14 by 43 bed that should fit. Tank,
The tank's almost the same place as the front.
yeah. And what are you gonna use for silt fence? You're gonna use
We
wattles?
doubled it up. Fence and straw, or wattles, it says.
Okay, yeah, don't use hay, obviously.
Nope, straw and fence,
All right, that's fine.
yeah, or wattles.
Yeah.
So where was the water at? I see the-
This is a wet area
Water
right here,
table's
though.
fine, yeah, it's 8
It's
feet
very,
down.
There's a
Oh, that's
hydraulic connection through there on
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that's
other
technically.
side of the trees.
there is?
Intermittent?
It's a hydraulic connection, so it's not like a
Oh, it's so,
permanent, it's not
okay.
perennial either.
okay,
Mhm.
all right.
I don't know if it classifies, it's not.
What
showing
year is
up
the
as an
home built?
amendment, So I think it's just a.
Was
At
it
least
prior to,
40 years.
was
Oh, yeah.
it was prior to 83?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's a non-issue then.
Yeah.
And what's your test pits look like?
8 feet sandy,
Oh,
front sand.
8 feet to water.
Yeah, we're up on a terrace.
All right, you're up pretty good then. You got fine, medium sands. That's fine. Okay, I move this as it is.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Right.
That copy.
And this is a -3, by the way.
Did we get electronic copy?
Yeah, keep that.
All right,
that
keep this,
copy.
okay, thank you, all right, okay,
Yeah, keep that.
all right, and we have,
All right.
all right,
Good
so
to
we
see
have,
you all.
RDA to issue, right? All right, do we vote on the -3?
Yep. At least they're not using hay.
Try. If we got the electronic copy, it should be easier, I guess.
And when you,
So, do we have one? We have one here.
Amanda, when you write it up, if you could put, we'll inspect the silt fence as well on this one.
Must be here, right? Where would we have that written down?
Which one? -3?
No, the number.
Okay, our
Your-
next
your way
appointment
to get
is
in
in 3 minutes, so
Oh,
we'll go
I see.
through some, we're gonna go through some administrative duties.
Okay.
Commentary, Ed has some personal things he's doing now, so he is not here tonight. I don't know where Patty is, so thank goodness we've got a quorum, that's all I can say. Post the next meeting, August 28th at 7 PM. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Approved minutes from last time. I have them buried in the computer here somewhere, but we'll move right along here. Bills to pay? Any bills to pay?
This is the, gravel permits.
We're gonna start doing site
Oh,
visits
boy.
probably.
And then there's some correspondence. which is
Okay,
faded
so-
in there.
No bills to
Probably,
pay?
maybe.
This is related to the Longan quote.
So we'll probably have to go through correspondence. Was the other thing a bill there? It looked like an application for something.
Or,
Oh, so that's probably we have to,
yeah, I'm already a member.
does it
My
say
boss
how?
is the,
the
secretary or the treasurer.
Membership form.
Oh,
It's,
very good.
that's the, I think they're doing stormwater stuff.
Yeah,
It's one of the many things they do.
so this is a bill to pay. So
Well,
we're,
why doesn't Lincoln pay this?
Well, they pay for me.
yeah,
Oh, oh.
well, this
I'm
is
already-
our,
I'm already-
this is,
Oh,
this
you-
is
oh,
Granby's.
this is for us. Oh, this is
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us. Oh,
Yeah.
this is for us. Well, do you wanna,
I mean, I don't need to pay twice.
have we joined this in the past?
Yes, we've been part of it.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
it's up to you guys if you wanna do it.
They did just have a great meeting.
It's 20
Recently.
bucks.
It was over in Granby.
Hmm.
It was
Granby.
not in Granby, sorry. Hadley.
Oh, an
Oh, wow.
Everett. Oh, okay.
ADA track.
Huh.
The all access track.
Oh, I
It's
see.
awesome.
Are you the administrator for this? This is in your
No.
town.
No, it's this organization.
Yeah, but the organization's in Lincoln.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, that's because our, the treasurer is in
Oh,
Lincoln.
is it? Okay,
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
Well,
So
if you wanna,
that's
if you
why I
wanna
put it
join
on.
that, Wenda, that would be fine with me.
Okay, and then I'll just bring stuff to us, I guess?
Yeah, whatever.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll fill it out.
Anyway, let's just keep moving along here.
So I make a move that we pay the $20
Yeah,
for the town of Granby?
is it the town is the member, or is it you individually is the
We
member?
can wait and I can ask. It's-
Okay.
Again, it's my boss.
Okay, yeah, that would be
It's
great.
$20 per year per town.
Oh, per town, okay,
Yeah.
well,
That
that's
might go
better
well
yet.
then.
Yeah,
Let's do
yeah.
that then.
Great.
so.
A second. All in favor?
Aye,
Great.
yeah, okay. Financial accounts update, do we have
I
that?
don't have anything.
Okay, so
financial
none.
other than that.
so I can try to forward it to everybody.
A
what
letter
I
from the
did.
treasurer, Steve Nally. It's
Right.
probably regarding that next stamp. Is that in there? Is there a letter from Steve Nally in there?
Letter from who?
The town treasurer, Nally, Stephen Nally.
I don't believe so.
All right. I suspect it's that next stamp situation.
Okay.
We'll go back to that in a little bit. Okay, so, outreach, education, plant of the week, well, we just did that. And,
I forgot to bring
speaking
some.
of plant of the week, in my backyard, these tall, stocky plants, they're upland plants. They've got little yellow flowers, and they're real
Primrose?
stocky. They're all over the place.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a primrose. Look and see if they have a tail.
Okay, the goldfinches love them.
Yeah.
And the
Hummingbirds?
hummingbirds love them, and
Yeah.
the monarchs love them. Oh, it's primrose.
It's a
They're
primrose.
all over the place
Yeah.
this year. My whole backyard is dominated with them.
Wow.
It's pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
brought,
Yeah, look
I
that
just
up.
found these old pictures
Yeah, there
of,
it is. Yeah, you're right.
um,
But these are real tall ones. These are about
Yeah.
4 or 5 feet high.
yeah, there they go.
Oh, I was gonna look up tall.
It's,
Yeah, that's
these
it.
guys,
Yeah, the
yes,
fourth
yes,
picture
yeah,
over.
yeah.
That's it right there.
Yep.
That's it. They're
Yep.
all over the place. Any of you folks in the audience, do you have those in your backyard this year? Really? Because I've never had them at all, and this year they're like all over the place.
I got red milkweed this year in our
Oh,
backyard.
that's good for the butterflies.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very good. All right, so that's plant of the week.
Yeah,
primrose.
I'll bring them in next time. I found the old pictures of when, in West Warren, the highway department decided to unplug a culvert. And it released the water and washed out 2 houses. And it just so happened that I was riding my motorcycle up the street, and this wall of water was coming at me. I'm like, and I ended up riding on the sidewalk. But it made the paper, because they took out 2 houses.
Okay, back to the agenda here. Continuation, 7:45, Mike Pio, PC Development. Is anyone here for that development? Okay, we'll continue that then. Okay.
Sticky note.
All right, so now we'll go to our bullet items, if we could. I trust you're here for Forge Pond? Yes. Okay, come on up. Okay, now I think, just to refresh my memory, I think you all met with the selectmen the other day? Okay, why don't you have a seat and just brief us as to what transpired with the select board?
That is another person that's, I'm new with this, I'm getting involved, so I'm just here to
Okay.
ask for some information.
Okay,
I bought land on, I live on Forge Pond, about 2 years.
Mhm.
I bought the house for the fact that it's on Forge Pond. And it came to my attention, as well as the other residents, that there was concerns about the dam. So basically, I'm here just to ask for the letter of non-compliance from the state. That you might have, the selectmen knew nothing about it, as far as I know. They didn't have a copy of it. They may have known about it, but.
Amanda, do you know where that is? That's Dave Leonard's dam safety report.
I don't know exactly where that is. I just know.
A letter of compliance?
No,
Like
it's
our-
for non-compliance.
The
It's-
letter's
it's-
saying that we're not compliant, like
Yeah.
it's not safe.
Okay.
As well as the stage 1 for the phase 1 study.
Right.
That's what I'm looking for, is a copy
Okay.
of those, so I can share.
I'll tell you, give me 30 seconds. If I can't find them in 30, it's gonna be a big undertaking.
I know there's a vote coming up on the 20th,
We're just trying,
27th to raise $50,000 to do the study.
To do the next, yeah.
for that phase
Yeah.
2. I'm
Yeah.
just a little concerned because, I mean, there's a lot of talk about water, and, I mean, I've come in front of you guys for a pool, so I had one. Anyway, I
Yeah.
have an uncomfortable pool, by the way. Yeah, I just, when you brought up, I have tons of, the wildlife that I've experienced here is amazing,
Mhm.
with the hummingbirds, we have tons of feeders, and
Yeah.
as you're talking about, yeah, tons of hummingbirds. It's just a little concerning to me to hear that.
Yeah.
As well as has been living that a long time.
Cause we recently had it done.
Mhm.
It's not easily found.
Would we have got a PDF of it?
I might have an electronic copy. If you could give me your email.
I'm going to give you,
And I will, because what I will do, if I can't find it in my personal files, I'll email the engineer that did the report and the paperwork. I'll have him send me a PDF and then I can just forward it to you.
as well as a phase one study.
Yes, yeah.
I'm gonna give you an email that is not mine,
Okay, let me
just
write it
because
down.
I literally,
Yeah,
the only
okay.
reason I have this is so.
Okay, all right. Please again, your name?
Brian with a Y,
B-R-Y-A-N, yes.
and last name is, I'll just spell it, G-U-I-L-L,
G-U-I-E-N-E,
E-M-E,
E-M-E,
T-T.
T-T-E. You got, okay. And email, please. Oh, yeah, what's your address?
Mine is 505 East State Street.
East State Street. And I'll get your
That looks like the Elvis impersonator's last name.
It's, I'm gonna go capital K,
Mhm.
E-N-G,
E-N-G-A-U-L-I-N
A-U-L-I-N at Comcast. Done that.
okay.
And then that story is.
All right, so it's capital K-E-N-G-A-U-L-I-N.
Usually it's all small.
K-E-N-G-A-U-L-I-N at Comcast.net.
And if for some reason that doesn't work, try lowercase.
Okay, very good. All right. Well, anything else you'd like to discuss tonight? Again, I think from what I'm gathering, just to reiterate our discussion from last time, there's two solutions for the dam project. One is to remove the dam, the other is to repair the dam. Repairing the dam is very expensive. Removing the dam is less expensive and may actually be subject to some state grant money, so we might be able to get it done very, very inexpensively.
It
Regardless.
would actually improve habitat and water quality
Yeah.
and things like that, which would, it's confusing the way that property values are, because I know you bought waterfront property, so you're gonna lose value.
Yeah,
It's not waterfront.
you guys
anymore.
don't wanna hear that. You don't wanna
No,
hear that. Yeah,
I know, it just, it
That's-
doesn't make sense to me, cause I've
Yeah,
read other
I
things
know,
that say
I
that
know.
it'll increase your
I
property
know,
value,
I
and I'm
know.
like, I don't,
That's part
how
of it.
there's
It's
contradictory.
only a part of it.
Okay.
You've got the issue with the shallow wells. That's another problem.
That is,
That has to be resolved. How many folks,
as well as.
what percentage of the folks on Forge Pond have shallow wells? What would you estimate? Half, a third, a quarter?
As far as I'm finding out, pretty much
Probably most of them.
everybody.
Okay, all right,
Cause
okay.
it's all sand, so like,
And for instance,
Yeah.
the gentleman that I bought the house from, I use that term very loosely. For instance, apparently he had a dock at one point, and with that dock, they made him put wetlands. So I have 3 koi ponds, there's no koi. I have 3 giant ponds, which actually my 2 daughters love because there's frogs and turtles and snakes.
Mm-hmm.
Lots. And the one thing they said to him, I guess, is if you put this dock in, then you have to, whatever the ratio or whatever the formula is, you have to
Yeah.
make wetlands.
Replicate,
Mhm.
yeah.
So now I have these 3 koi ponds. When it does not, one of them has a line on it, because that was supposed to be the koi pond, I guess.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The other 2 are not lined. When it doesn't rain, even on, not like this, but on a regular season,
Mm-hmm,
as soon as it does not rain, they drain.
mm-hmm.
They're gone.
It's all sand,
Which is my concern for the wells.
right,
Yeah.
all right.
And I know as far as I have a friend, as far as putting a deep well in, and like I said, this is part of the concern.
Deep well is probably gonna cost $10,000 per well,
You're exactly right.
yeah,
And my friend on Crescent Street that does have it,
Yeah.
the sulfur is
oh yeah, manganese and sulfur, there's a lot of problems
It's
with some of the rock
Yeah.
up in that part of
right now,
town. Well, the good news, though, on the financial front, as you've probably read in the paper, the town is reportedly receiving $4 million for a new town hall from the state, $4 million. So maybe we're on a roll. Maybe we get some money to fix the dam. Maybe that's possible, too. So don't count that out.
I've heard from the selectmen that they would like to get it fixed,
Well, good.
so.
And one of the things being a newcomer to the town is I've seen a lot of stuff go by the wayside and overlooked and neglected, and then when it's too late, that's the only reason that I decided to join up with these guys. I don't wanna see, if it happens 10 years down the road, it's still start it now and help,
Mhm.
And like I said, the well's just one part, the wildlife is fantastic where I live. I've never seen so much.
Good, I'm glad.
Between bears and geese, which by
Oh,
the
yeah.
way,
Yep, a friend of mine just sent me a picture of a bear on Bittersweet Lane about an hour and a half ago, so they're all over the place.
This
Yes,
lady.
ma'am.
They did some kind of water testing, that was quite a while back,
Mhm.
on the weed situation.
Oh, yes,
And
yes,
so the water,
yep,
okay, so you spent a small fortune, stay with me on this, okay? Okay, we didn't hear any more about it.
No, they have it, it's all compiled,
Yeah,
it's
the
records.
people on Pond never got any notification what was going on or anything, they were left in the dark.
yeah.
But they drained the pond. In the process of draining the pond, now I'm quite a ways, my well's quite a ways from the pond. Water seeps its own level. There goes my well. Okay, we ended up buying water, they brought it back up. So I got my water back.
Yeah,
Did it the second time. I ended up getting somebody in there to drill down there. I don't have that kind of money.
yeah.
And neither do the people on the pond.
lowering the pond?
Huh?
Do you know who did the study and lowered the pond?
I have no idea.
How many years ago was that?
Quite a few.
Was it over 25 years ago?
It's done simply because they thought they can get rid of the weeds if they dried it.
Yeah.
The weeds
Yeah.
would die.
Yeah, I think I know when that was done. It was a long time ago. It was over 25 years ago.
And in the process, the ducks had a heck of a time coming back. Our wildlife went up right down the tubes, and people were without water. Now you count the houses that all the way up to that have on the pond and their the waterway, they're gonna be affected big time. We're not just talking wildlife, we're talking people here too.
Mm.
There's a lot involved in this. And it's gotta be something, because that dam's been up since the 17th century.
Mm.
And during that, we used to get hard winters, we used to get ice for the ice box.
Mm.
People didn't have refrigerators.
Oh, yeah, they'd cut the ice.
So
Yeah,
through the years,
yep.
this pond was used.
Yep, yep.
When they need water,
also put out fires.
put out fires,
and that's the other thing I asked him, he showed on, I was on the Cody Preferred Charter Day
Hmm,
Commission.
mhm.
so I
And
mean,
I had
there's-
asked her, like, if I built a fire pond,
mhm.
and she goes, you know, like around Forge Pond, you just throw a trash pump in and pump it out. That's a huge concern with me, because we were supposed to have it in Williamsburg, Mass.
Mhm.
I was gonna do a fire pond,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
if it starts on fire, it burns.
Mhm. Mhm.
And safety was another big concern.
Right,
You know, one argument that the town can make is, we acquired the 148 acres around the pond. We paid $55,000 for that parcel, most of which was state money. So the state gave us a grant to buy that land around the pond. Do you think they would provide some money for us to fix the dam? Because if we did away with the dam and they gave us the money to buy the land around the pond, nobody's looking real good at that point. You see what I mean? So there's motivation for everybody to work together to try to get some money to repair that dam.
Because it would be different if it was, it would affect what it's affecting. You know, if they drained it and life went on without being involved with the animals or water or people, we'd say fine, but it's affecting a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, yes. May I get your name, please?
Oh, my name's Mary Govers, you probably came fishing up our pond.
Probably, Mary. Very good, very good.
did you sign in?
Yeah, make sure everybody signs in.
Yeah, or your dad did, one of the two.
Very good,
There was
Very good.
Roadhouse. They
very
used to
good.
get big bass out of there.
Now the problem is Forge Pond is only about 2 to 3 feet deep. It's not very deep.
That was
And the water's very
the
warm there now.
water
That's
that
part of the
got
problem.
through from
It-
Belchertown and
It
all
needs a
that.
dredging as well.
Garbage came down.
That's the other problem. Okay. All right, well, thank you for coming in tonight. Appreciate your input. And again, I'll get you those reports. At least you can take a look at those. Yeah, just to verify.
Yeah.
And then, hopefully we can get together with the selectmen at some point and come up with a game plan. And again, we got the new, state senator Eric Lesser, very, very fine young fellow. And, I guess we'll be getting a couple of new state reps. Nobody knows who they're gonna be at this point. But, we have the new energetic young folks in the State House, and we're getting $4 million for the town hall, so we're doing something right here. Okay, well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Nice to meet everybody. Thanks for coming
Thank
in. Thank you. Okay, this shouldn't even be here.
Well, I just wanted to invite you, on Saturday at Forge Pond, we're gonna be meeting as a group of volunteers to pull water.
Water chestnut.
I don't know if you're interested.
Actually, Mid Island.
Oh, today, unfortunately.
When are you doing?
Like 9 to like.
Oh, in the morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I thought I'd run it by you, cause I know you're.
Yeah.
There's some state people that used to do that.
Yeah, this is.
Are they coming too? The state people used to have an airboat. They'd bring an airboat out there.
The woman that, is in charge of that is retiring,
Oh,
and this is her last
it is.
year ago, so.
So, well, we better pull a lot of it then. It might not be
I
done.
guess everybody's gonna meet up at my property,
Oh, good,
on
man.
Saturday at
Good,
9,
good,
so-
good.
for lunch and whatnot, and so
Good.
whatever, there's plenty of room for everyone
If
out
you
there.
need some help getting your, town thing and you wanna hear from me, you know, I'll go with you.
Okay, Mary. Thank you again. Thank you.
What was the house you said you were listening at?
23 school.
I'll be out of
Alright.
state.
No better place to be than on the campus.
Right.
8746.
I have an 88700 shit.
Oh, do you?
Good luck.
All the best. Thank you. Okay, moving right along here. 307 Chicopee Street. We closed that out, didn't we? Didn't they negotiate a settlement there, Amanda? On 307 Chicopee with the solar?
Can't close that out. Kestrel is out of it, there's still a violation, and EPA is involved. DEP is involved.
Oh, DEP themselves are involved?
Mark Stinson, he'd been the one who was like involved in it and sent me pictures of where the
But-
wetland line was, and he said that that project should have never happened,
But are
and
they,
that he needs to move it.
are they, so they're,
They have not taken it over. It's still
We-
on our purview.
we should probably let them take it over, don't you think?
I don't think they just do it unless the person is refusing to cooperate.
Well, that means
So we
have,
need to send an enforcement order?
well, I guess so then, if
Or at
that's the
least, like,
case.
He needs to come in. Kestrel told him he needs to come in. I kind of know him, like my family knows him, so I don't want.
Yeah.
You don't wanna
Yes,
get, you don't
like,
wanna
I
get
have-
involved with
Yeah,
that.
You
oh,
know?
yeah, no.
So I'm kind of trying to take a step back,
All right, let me,
but it is a real thing.
all right, what's the homeowner's name?
Robert.
Is it Leclerc?
Yes,
All right.
that's right.
Okay. All right, we'll table that for now, but at least we'll have that information down.
Yeah.
Okay, certificate of compliance, Children's First, anyone for that? No? So no action on that one. And again, they've gotta remove a bunch of invasives over there.
Yeah.
98 Cold Hill, Dave, Collette,
And we still gotta decide what
So
we're
have to
doing
deal
about
with
that.
nothing going on there.
Cause he's resubmitting, right? The last
Yes,
thing
We
I
also
yeah.
have to issue an enforcement because he cut through the entire wetland.
That's right.
Yeah.
My understanding is Brooksy is finally on board,
Okay.
from what I understand. But again, until Brooksy shows up here, you
Yeah.
can't really say that.
Oh,
Okay, now, this is a new one, 7 Phillips Circle, no, this is,
No, it's the same
this
one
is,
as well.
Yeah.
this is, Nick Bernier.
yeah, and we went out and did the site visit, so
Oh,
we
that's
gotta.
right, we should have talked to Al Weiss about that when he was here, son of a gun. Well, we concluded his delineation was reasonably accurate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you see where it went in the backyard too? Remember I said, did the pictures come to you?
No,
They didn't?
no.
I sent
I
them
have
all.
them, I have them,
You got them? What?
I have them,
You got them then?
yeah.
Okay.
What?
I sent
In my
like,
inbox or something? 'Cause I never got
I
it.
don't know, I got like 1,500 emails. I'm
So what's our next course of action? Have Mr. Bernier come in with his consultant and come up with a game plan?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
All right,
So we gotta give him a enforcement
Right, so
order, I
need-
guess?
Yeah.
to meet with Mr. Bernier.
And do we have him, we'll have to figure out if we're gonna have him restore all the wetlands up to where the flag line is, which move all his playscape.
Or you can do the New Hampshire approach.
I was wondering.
Yeah, just let it be, but
Yeah.
he's gotta promise to stay out of
He's
there.
gotta stake it and mark it
Yeah,
permanently, and he's
yeah.
gonna stop touching it.
Maybe that's
Can't
the smart
maintain
thing.
his forest.
Yeah.
He's leave alone.
Yeah, but all
Because it
that
is
mulch and all those plantings in there,
I mean, if it's just gonna go back.
Just let it
As
be.
long as he just
Let
leaves
it
it
be.
alone. It's
Yeah.
just he wants to maintain it.
Permanent markers, permanent
Yeah.
markers. All right, we'll have him
Because I
come
mean,
in.
ripping
then.
it all out is gonna,
That's
it's
awful.
gonna end up being.
well, can we
soft
have him
and
do
dry.
something else?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe he needs to plant some more young maple trees in there.
Yeah, I mean, we could like negotiate something that is less than
Yes, I agree.
an entire
Yeah,
rework.
I agree. Okay, so I'll get a hold of Nick and have him come in. Five Corners Roundabout, I haven't heard from the state DOT folks at all on that.
Well, we'll see what Weiss suggests. Too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should have buttonholed him when he was here an hour ago.
it seemed like he was in a hurry.
Yeah, he did. Okay, back to administrative duties, ZBA notices, planning board notices. Is there anything in there?
Yeah, there's quite a few things in there if you wanna.
Yep, why don't you read them?
Public hearing notice, Granby Planning Board will be holding the public hearing for Borrego Solar Systems, 55 Technology Drive, Lowell, Mass. For a special permit and site plan approval for 0 Kendall Street as required under the.
Oh, that's Hatch, that's the Hatch property up on the hill.
Okay, all right,
That's a huge 6-megawatt facility. That's
Yeah,
gonna take a
okay.
while to permit that.
okay.
When's the
So
hearing?
we're abutters?
I guess we are. There must be.
Can we look this up?
Well, not tonight. Let's put it that way. We can look, I know exactly where it is.
Okay. I thought it was on the top of
Here,
Turkey Hill or
Here, I'll
something.
show you. Hold
Sorry, I was
on.
looking up the
Hold on.
here,
Okay.
Stand by.
waters and stuff.
Okay.
Stand by.
It abuts Dufresne Park property.
It does, it
Oh, all
does.
right.
That indicates.
Tetra Tech.
And I think that's also the same night you moved your meeting to here, the 28th.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Are we not allowed to have?
here it is.
Oh wait, is it zoning board? No.
Okay. See this?
If we do it as a special
See,
meeting, we'd have to.
This is up on the hill here. See
Okay.
this? This is the site. This is the
Okay.
site right here. It's
Where's-
all trees.
Where is,
Here's Taylor Street, this
Okay.
Kendall Street, your house is there, Wenda.
okay,
This is,
it's
Dufresne's.
Dufresne's.
It's right here,
Okay.
right here. That's, I think that's Old Crank
So they would
Road or
have
something.
to, nope, that's the power line.
Oh yeah, that might be the power line easement, yeah. But anyway, it's way up on the hill, there's plenty of trees.
Because they're plugging into the power line easement,
Okay.
they call, so they probably have to do, what, nip, swips and all that stuff, because
Oh,
they're
yes.
clearing more than
Oh,
1
yeah.
acre.
Oh yes, any of those
I think there's
projects
pond and
would.
stuff up there too. I think there's wetlands up there,
Okay,
standing water. That's-
Yeah, the wetland isn't, actually, it's not showing up here for some reason. I know what I have to, I gotta zoom in further. Okay, anyway, what's the next project?
is this, working with Division of Conservation Services and Conservation restrictions, what's this?
That's conservation restrictions, 61A, 61B, APR type stuff.
Okay. Roles and CC.
That's good.
CRs?
Yep, normally at MACC, they have little short courses on that you might want to take,
Okay.
if you haven't already done so.
Okay.
Very
So
good.
this must have been a thing. All right, what's this? Attorney Dean, at the Board of Health meeting on July 24th, 2018, the board discussed an email dated July 23rd, 2018 that was received from Marshall Johnson, a representative of the Granby Bow and Gun Club on Chicopee Street. The email states the club will not be using the Castell Organics product and that they will be moving in an alternative direction. When the clerk spoke with Mr. Johnson by phone, he stated the club was looking to possibly add loam grading and seed the area. By this letter, the board is requesting that you verify that the club no longer intends to apply any sludge type material to its property in Chicopee Street. If we do not hear from you within 15 days, we will conclude that this is now the new position of the club.
Right. That's from the Board of Health. That's the Casella waste
Okay.
product, or the organic sludge, if you will, from the paper mill in Turner's Falls that they were supposedly going to use on the Bow and Gun
They were
facility.
conditionally approved to use it,
Right,
and they are no longer going to use it.
right. So that's it.
No longer an issue.
But again, it's the Board of Health's purview, and that's the way it stands.
So
Very
what
good.
about the
My
grading
opinion
and
is-
stuff?
Well,
They can't do anything until they finish the court situation, right, as of right now?
my opinion is the order of conditions that we issued last summer is in effect. That's my opinion.
Yep.
That's I might be wrong, but that's my opinion.
But if they're
But they're
not,
not allowed to do anything until they have put in their Army Corps bridge, because they have no access to the other side.
okay,
So last I spoke to them, I told them, follow your NOI, get your bridge, because you can't cross until you have your proper tools.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that they're no longer using that other access area.
okay,
And then I told them just, whatever is written in paper, and your lawyer says it's okay.
yeah.
We approved it.
All right, let's see.
All right, so that takes care of ZBA stuff. Next,
We gotta do all these gravel permits?
yeah,
When was it?
let's wait till we have
All right,
a full contingent,
this is the RD.
so we can assign
This is
those
the
accordingly.
RDA for Powers Courtly on 131 Burnett Road. So here's their RD.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that's the ones we already did.
So we gotta try to finish this.
Yep.
Do it.
Yeah.
Right. That's over.
Okay, any other news and
$65.
announcements?
I think you're looking through the two RDAs.
Yeah, we already did those.
You already went through the correspondence?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so what are our site visits tomorrow at 1 o'clock? Wanda, where is it?
Let's see. 320 Chicopee Street.
Okay. And that's 1 PM tomorrow, which is the 15th.
Will we have time to go see Stover?
I don't think he'll have his silt fence in, because he hasn't even gotten his Board of Health approval
No.
yet.
But it sounds like he took a good look at the wetland line that was existing there. It was way
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, Bob's good. All right, old business.
Ugh,
Ooh,
sorry.
I came out of nowhere.
Mr. Soa, come on up, Mark. Mr. Soa called me because he's, wants to fix his foundation on the house on the pond. And here's, again, here's what he,
Yeah,
so they're
it's
gonna remove all those blocks?
Yeah.
And they're gonna underpin the house and put in a new foundation. What's your feeling as to the determination for him? I would say it's a buffer zone project.
Let's see. When does it change to river? After the dam? So he's in riverfront, but you have to fix the house, right?
Half and half.
Yeah.
The area depicted on plans and or maps referenced
I'm
below.
tempted just to
The
say
area
it's a
subject to
negative-
jurisdiction.
-3.
They
they just had a new D-box put in, and there was an existing well in the basement, which is a full-size third floor basement. And that well water that was in the basement, from the basement level, was 12 feet deep. And I had to have that decommissioned
Yeah.
and deemed abandoned, which I did with, with the department.
What, do we have other options? That's our only option,
So,
B?
the water level is an
Well,
issue, is really
let's
not.
take a look.
Yeah.
And where the
Oh,
water,
he's doing the Form 1. We gotta look at the Form 2.
you said to do the.
Yeah, he does the Form 1, but we have to issue the Form 2, so I gotta find the Form 2 for us.
Yeah, we just had the Title V all on that, that was, that was a non-issue at all.
Did they file?
Yeah.
What did they put?
Who?
The people who filed the RDA for your,
They didn't file an RDA for that.
they didn't? They were supposed to.
I have a passing Title V with the Board of Health, Greg Everson, Granby Septic.
But you said they redid it, your septic?
They put a D-box in,
Oh, all right.
that was it.
Bill, do you remember the password for EDEB?
Yeah, I think it's, oh. I gotta write this down, because we're in. I think it's that.
Okay.
I think it's that.
What's the, name? Is it Granby?
Yeah, it's Granby, I think it's Granby Concom. It's either Granby or Granby Concom, and then you put that in. Okay, so WPA Form 2. Here it is.
Think it's a capital W?
No, I don't think it's case sensitive. No, I think it's Granby, yeah, just put Granby Concom,
That's-
all tied together,
That's what I tried.
and then,
Two.
Tutu?
there it is,
Oh, there you go.
there it is,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
we're all set. Okay,
So put a sticky note inside the computer.
yeah.
This is my computer.
Oh. Tell it to remember
And
that.
then just anyone could just walk in here and, they could steal our code and start filing RDAs like crazy.
Yeah. Let's see, where's the book? You're repairing existing foundation.
Yeah, it's actually an addition that was pulled from the back of the house a very long time ago. They never poured a footing, they poured a pad and they blocked off.
See, there may be an exemption or something,
When
because
was
it,
it built?
Well, I got it right here.
And I am third generation in the house,
Yeah. I figure it's probably an older house. It's probably been there for,
1933.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, it's, boy, this, I don't know, is it my computer or is the state forms just do this?
I think it's a combination.
Oh my God. It's so annoying. Okay,
Basically, it's a fieldstone foundation, the main foundation, and the addition that they put in was a block, but they never poured a footing.
okay, here's the
Yeah.
negatives, guys. All right, -1 is area described in the request is not an area subject to protection under the act or the buffer zone. No, it's in the buffer zone, so it's not that. 2, the work described will not remove, dredge, or alter that area, but it's within the area subject to the act.
that's probably it.
Well, I wish this would stop this. This is really annoying. Number 3, the work described in the request is within the buffer zone as defined in the regs, but will not alter an area subject to protection under the act. So it's either 2 or 3.
What's the next part? Because it's also,
This is,
it's not in a buffer, it's actually in the thing, right?
yeah, hold on. This is just annoying. Amanda, do you have a clean?
I'm trying to pull it up. You said it was Form 2?
Yeah. Yeah, just type in, Mass DEP, WPA Form 2. Yeah, this is
Well, it's what we have to pick up right now.
Yeah,
There we
there you go. All right, so let's zoom that in, if you could.
go. Let's see, it could be a pot.
All right, now those are the positives, we don't want those.
No,
No?
We want
because
the
it
negatives.
won't it allow it? Isn't there exemption too?
1, 2, 3.
Why can't we do a positive?
4.
Isn't there something with the
5.
exemption?
No, what happens with positives, that triggers an NOI automatically.
Really?
Yeah, so it's about a mile away. Because normally in the leach fields, we do -3s. This is annoying.
Meets no requirements for the following exemption as specified in the act and regulations. So there's the exempt activity. See there, 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think it's look at 5, and we gotta find what the exempt activity is. It's
Mm,
repair
that's
of an
okay.
existing structure. So,
I really don't like the way the new website is set up for the state. I really don't. I used to like the old one. I was fine with it.
Mosquito control.
All right, well. So you're looking in the 310 CMR,
Reconstruction
the
of
1002, the
existing
1002
It was a
exemptions.
dike, but I was trying to.
Yeah, it was the
zoom out.
1002 exemptions. I don't believe a foundation for a house is in there.
existing
In fact, I
structure.
can look in the, let me look in the regulation. I got it right here.
I'm trying to see if we have a blue book, but I don't see one here.
Yeah, mine are all.
Oh, there could be downstairs. maybe. It should.
Yeah, here's your exemptions. You got your vista pruning, sidewalks, fencing, plantings of,
What's the conversion of? one?
conversion of decks, sheds, patios, replacement of a basement bulkhead, installation of ramp for ADA requirement. Conversion of such use as accessory to an existing family house is also allowed, but that's, yeah, see, that's a deck, shed, patio,
There,
pool.
it's activity that's temporary in nature,
Yeah, I know.
right? He's gonna excavate and he's
Yeah.
gonna put it back and it's in lawn.
Well, here it is. Activities that are temporary in nature have negligible impacts and are necessary for planning and design purposes. Well, this is monitoring wells, test boring, sediment
Oh.
sampling, surveying, and a perk test. But it's not,
Let's see.
not construction.
What's the other one? What's the next one?
That's
there?
utility poles.
Towing utilities.
I think, Mark, I think the easiest way to handle him is, it's a buffer zone project, we issue a -3. He puts silt fence around the foundation so that when the guy does his excavating, the soils don't end up in the pond. That's my thought.
And all materials are gonna be removed immediately.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's an exemption for an existing foundation.
I don't believe so. Well, okay, I'm running out of juice here, so I gotta shut this down.
Well, do you have a battery plug in?
No, I'll just close it.
No, I'm not finding much.
How about if you type in foundation? Isn't there a way to put keywords?
Yeah, that's what I've been searching. I was searching by exemptions.
Okay.
Or existing
Replacement or removal?
structure.
Paid for ways. That's just for road stuff.
Yeah, that's DPW stuff.
And then this is just,
That was good you picked up that illicit discharge, Amanda, very good, on the package store project.
but if, they might be okay.
Yeah, I
'cause they
think
already,
you're right.
it was previously permitted,
Yes,
Yeah.
even
yes,
though it technically should never have
Yep.
been,
yep, yep,
but,
yes,
you
it
know,
was,
it might work out.
yeah.
So I don't know what else to look up.
Now, Mark, do you
It's
have?
the existing structure inside a grassed area. So,
It's inside your lawn, right?
yeah,
Actually, if you could call up, again, I don't have any juice on my computer.
Yeah.
But, if you could possibly call up Google Earth, we could take a look at his parcel.
So that's not gonna help with figuring out what we should claim this under, and we still have to do those
maybe I
other
could go
RBAs
down and
tonight.
find the book.
And now we're down to one computer, and I don't have my charger either. So if we're gonna do those RDAs, we have to do that too. It was, I don't remember which street, I'll just look up Forge Pond.
23 School Street.
Which one?
23 School.
23 School. I should know that by now.
I didn't turn the light on.
Third time, maybe I'll get it right.
Amanda,
Yep.
light switch for downstairs?
I don't actually know, I usually use.
What, do you want a power supply?
No, I wanna go turn the lights on to go find the manual downstairs.
I mean, looking at it, we know it's right there on the water,
Yeah.
so we have to figure out what it's gonna be.
No, no, I think
classed under.
if you go back in history on your, photos, we can find the one with sans vegetation, as they say. There you go,
Oh, okay.
there, that's the good one to look at. Now, we'll zoom in. Okay, Mark, so if you'd go to the screen and just show us what's gonna happen there.
That's the main house, that's the, so under this part of the house, which is a roof,
Yep,
the overhang, there's
Yeah.
an 8-foot overhang.
yep,
It's a bump out here, about 14 feet, 6 feet by 14 feet, and then under here is the wall. It's all covered by the roof.
okay. And where's the edge of the dam structure?
Right.
It's right there,
Right
it's
here.
right next to your house, yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
my living room is literally
Yeah, yeah,
6 feet off of the water.
yeah.
Yeah.
But everything that I want to do is underneath the roof itself. It's not, you know what I mean. There's a huge overhang. There's actually like an 8-foot overhang here, down to a 2-foot overhang. There was a deck underneath there that obviously had to be
Yeah.
taken out.
Yeah. Now,
But you're just working in your footprint, you're not like,
Exactly.
yeah.
are you gonna do the work, or are the new people gonna do the work?
It's undecided. I'm probably going to contract it, unless I get a buyer before.
Yeah, okay.
But that was one of the big things with me, was whether or not the permit would be
Yeah,
transferable.
yeah. Now, we cannot issue this permit tonight,
No.
as you know, because it has to be advertised, so we're really not under that much pressure.
Yeah, oh, it has to be submitted, right?
Yeah, we gotta fill this out, we're gonna help Mark fill it out, then it's gotta be advertised in the newspaper.
Yeah, I talked,
But it has to be submitted, right?
Yes,
I talked to Catherine, she said that she could get it in the paper the next day if
oh, I see, okay, okay.
obviously, in my case, the sooner I can get the
Yeah.
process.
I would recommend he would file for determination, he would do B1C, whether the work depicted on the plan referenced below is subject to the Wetlands Protection Act. That's what I would recommend he file. And the reason is, the work is the foundation work.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna end up determining, I would think, is give him issue a -3. So I think that, you should file this right here.
Where's the actual? I thought
That's
it
the way
was
you should
actually
file
in
that.
here somewhere, the Wetlands Protection Act.
Yeah. Now, you're gonna have to fill in all this other stuff too, the book and page stuff. Do you know how to do that? Maybe we can find that on the Mass GIS,
What?
his book and page for his house. His deed reference.
Oh.
Cause you need well, you need assessor's plat number. Let's see if I have enough power to actually look at that. 'Cause I do have the assessor's maps on this. Oh, no, I'm gone. This is not gonna work. So what you're gonna do, Mark, is you're gonna go down to, see, Carrie Ann. You know Carrie Ann? Go see her and have her help you fill out this and this, okay? So you wanna fill out this, and you wanna fill out this. Okay, so you're gonna put your street address, Granby, of course, and then, you don't have any plans at this time, but you're gonna write down the work description, you're gonna put down, okay, so you're gonna just say, see referenced,
Yeah.
proposal,
I have a couple of them, that's just the
Yeah,
most recent
yeah.
one.
yeah. So, once you do that and you, pay Kathy for the, RDA and the advertising.
I have the map parcel ID. Is that the one you need?
Oh, you do? Oh. If you,
Map number 14.
oh, could you scroll over just to confirm it's Mr. Solis? Oh, that's it, okay, wonderful, okay. Let's write that down then. Okay, go ahead, map?
Map 14D,
Yes,
and then the map parcel ID is 14_D_C_5.
okay, 14_C,
D, and then C, and then 5.
D.
Yeah.
Hold
I
on.
don't know why, it says map number D, and then it says in the map parcel ID, there's an underscore between
All right.
them.
DC5, okay,
Yeah.
DC5, that's a D. Okay. All right, so it's 14D, 14DC5. Okay, so that's all set, so that's 23 school. Okay. And I'm just gonna say C attached, and you're gonna just do this. Yeah, just staple that to this. I think you're all set. What do you guys think? Here,
I'm trying to find,
review that, Amanda.
I
Make
wanna
sure
try
that-
to
Oh, I
find
don't know anything about
exemptions.
these.
Okay, anyway, that's the Form 1 that the applicant signs. And again, we'll issue the Form 2 once the advertising and fees are paid.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all set.
Okay, so I can shoot over there tomorrow and
Yes.
take care of that?
Yes.
But does he have to
Yeah.
file electronically with the state?
No, not an RDA.
No?
No,
Okay.
NOIs only, or EDEP. But I'm glad we got into EDP, that was great. Very good. Oh, yeah. It's funny, I think Casey used to use her own, EDEP account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there any way she could transfer all those Granby things? Could you maybe contact her at some point? I don't know how it would be done, because I'd love to
No,
have
it's
it.
on the ED, it's on their website. So even though she used it under her number, wouldn't it be still?
No, it's, we don't have those. We
Yeah.
only have through like 16.
Yeah, so if you
from
could have,
2016.
if you could have Casey
So,
figure out how to transfer that
Muskinson
to.
might be able to help, but I'll
Yeah.
contact her and see
Okay, that would be great,
if she knows.
because that's kind of town business, we should have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done that, that's okay.
Well, she probably just,
Yeah, I know,
you know,
I know.
it
Well,
was
she
the
did it
code she
on-
had, and she did all of
Yeah.
her stuff ahead of time, so we didn't have to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, I bet you there would've been a way to actually co-generate to both
Exception.
accounts.
I don't
At
think
once.
so.
Here's minor projects, page two.
The website isn't very advanced. Like, I think it'll end up us having to contact the person at, you know.
Gonna have to call someone in Boston.
Yeah. No.
Okay, Mark.
After I see
Very
Kelly,
good.
should I go and see Kelly to have her?
Oh, no, you're all set. We got that information for you. You don't need to go see her now.
Oh,
You're all set.
okay.
So go see Kathy Leonard, pay your fee, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Hopefully.
But what about the 28th? Should we talk about that right now? If the 28th is that meeting about that solar project, do you think people are gonna wanna go to that instead? As in conservation people here? We have a very small quorum as it is,
Yeah.
so we should probably decide if we wanna move it,
Mm.
just so you don't leave thinking the
Yeah.
28th is set in stone.
Nothing's ever said.
Yeah. Could we just push it a week, or will that be in someone else's meeting time?
No, whatever you wanna do, it's fine.
Mm.
My guess is the solar project is gonna take several meetings to permit. I think it's gonna take quite a while. So their NOI is scheduled to open the hearing on the 28th?
I don't know exactly what the form said, but they did
Yeah.
say something.
The public meetings.
Yes.
Oh, it is for the
Yes.
solar? You know that for a fact?
That was the notice we got.
And I'm gathering there's gonna be a lot of people here.
It was the first one.
Okay. But Mark, you wanna expedite your project too. I'll tell you what, let's put you down for the 28th. For some reason, if the other project goes late, if you'd be kind enough to defer at that time, and we'll bring you back the next time, is that okay?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens. Okay.
I do wanna get it.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's put you both down for the 28th, but they're gonna have first come, first serve, and then, we'll put you in second. Again, maybe their hearing won't take that long, or we'll have questions. I'm sure we're gonna have to do site visits, and a lot of things are gonna happen on that project.
So, basically all I'm gonna do now is just go down.
Go see Kathy, and she'll take care of the rest
Kathy
for you.
Regan?
Leonard,
Oh,
Kathy
Kathy
Leonard,
Leonard.
yeah, down at the town, 10B West
Yeah,
State
yeah,
Street,
yeah.
okay?
How about, would it fall under
Oh, it's at
emergencies?
6.
No,
No.
Airport exception?
no.
I
It's
don't
the
think
exemption
so.
for work necessary for public?
I mean, you could,
This project is easy to do the way we're doing. It's gonna be
Alright.
very, very straightforward.
Yeah, it's,
It's gonna be very simple. You're gonna be required to put in some erosion control, and that's
yeah,
gonna
cell
be it.
phones and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
oh, it's gonna
yeah.
be here anyways? I didn't realize that.
Boy, it's hot. We should've had
It's
the air
gonna be
conditioner
here?
on.
It's in Carnegie Hall at
Is
6
it?
o'clock.
Oh, so then we can't have our meeting.
Our meeting's at 7.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier.
I was thinking it was in the other town for some reason. I thought we were
Because they
traveling.
moved because of the expected size.
Hmm,
Mm.
We want to talk to them. But they said it would be here
hmm.
yesterday at their meeting.
I suspect all the neighbors are gonna be here. Okay. Anything else tonight?
So we gotta decide when we're gonna have our meeting? You think it'll be done by 7?
I have no idea what to expect.
Well, if they're gonna meet upstairs, maybe we can meet downstairs.
Maybe.
So why don't we let's play it by ear.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah.
schedule, and worst comes to worst, we'll meet downstairs. That will be fine.
Any problem, anything comes up, I'll give you a shout.
Okay, yep,
Call you, let my
yep.
number,
Yep, that would be good.
and, I'll get this stuff done tomorrow.
Yes, that'd be great, Mark.
Get
Thank
that
you.
paid for, we'll try to
Okay.
get this expedited.
All right, good luck. Very, very good. Thank you, thanks, good to see you.
Alright, good luck.
Okay, anything else from anybody tonight?
Yeah.
I move we,
Alright.
Saturday, yes.
Well, we gotta figure out, we have
I
2
move we-
site visits.
yeah, tomorrow we got one at 1 o'clock.
Alright, and then Burnett Road we still have to do. So once he calls us about,
About the silk fence being out.
okay.
Yep.
This looked interesting, but it's out in
Oh, I've already signed up for that.
Foxborough.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That counts as a work event.
Oh, you get
And it's
paid,
in the middle of the day,
you
so.
get paid for that, that's great.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wow, cool. All right, I
So
move
they
we
pay for
adjourn.
the events for me, and they pay for me to go to the events. It's great.
Very
What a
good.
deal.
Yeah.
Foxborough.
Can anyone second the
south.
adjournment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, very good.
Woohoo.